Hello, beautiful people. This is the ALL Gay Rod, or J Rod, whatever. But I'm gonna be playing a little bit of skirmish, just for fun against brutal men. We got some elves, and we got hero that I probably won't use. Recorded this with my mic off, so the dingus that I am, you know. So I'm just gonna voice over this in the meantime. So let's go ahead and get to it then. Okay, let's start out here. So yeah, I'm gonna pick that and then get some barracks going because the men like to spam a lot and it can be pretty bad. So let's go for rallying call. Dang, I'm just flying, aren't I? It's pretty good. Usually I'm a bit slower than this. I'm a very defensive player. So offense isn't really my strong suit, but when it comes to defense, I'm very good at it. So I'm not super good at BFNE2, so excuse me if I do a little bit of a scrub. So we're gonna go out here, pick some battalions, and I forgot to build a hero, me being the idiot I am. Eventually, yeah, I'll just building up some resources here. Oh yeah, build a second barracks, that'll help out. Still kind of surprised he hasn't sent any guys at me yet. Because usually they send them very, very early, especially when they're like men, or especially like mortar and goblins. Other ones don't spam too much. I have gotten spam from elves before. Usually not too bad.
Weapons ready, elves. With haste.
What I keep on doing is I keep on clicking on the upgrades, and it was like, oh no, that's not what I want. I want the heroes, and then I just forget about it. And then eventually I'm like, oh yeah, I need Glorfindel. So what I was going to originally do was create 2 battalions of warriors and then take Glorfindel and then take them around back and start getting rid of resource structures, but obviously me clicking on the wrong thing eventually ended up, so I moved them out here into the spot, and they usually bottleneck themselves here. They usually don't send their units anywhere else. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah. Okay, a little bit of losing time here. But, I'm still surprised they haven't sent any guys out here.
I'm ready. The enemy is close. There is much to do. I serve the House of Elrond.
Finally Glorfindel comes. Took forever, and there, yeah, finally the soldiers come up, mount him. I'm not sure how many times Glorfindel dies. I think it's like once or twice, but it was like endgame, and that was fun anyway, so. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, I win. And it's brutal. Brutal is like, the AI is pretty easy to do in this game. It's when you get into the very big battles that it starts getting really hard. What I think it is I think that, you know, it's an EA game, so
we're finished with this structure.
I'm not really expecting too much. So what I think happened is, oh wow, that's a pretty big group. The elves are very good though, so I'm actually able to hold them off, and I even get a couple of battalions up to like level 5 and higher. So I'm pulling back, putting those, putting them into a formation. Hopefully I can get some of those archers into the woods. And so I just send those warriors to distract them while the archers kind of pick away at them. And eventually he's spamming lots of counters at me. So I'm able to get rid of a lot of those guys, yeah. Glorfindel is starting to die, so bringing him back. And then bring some more archers up there, and hopefully I'll be able to hold off the rest of the guys.
This is the way.
And here I get foresight since I wasn't able. I'm pretty much realizing that I'm going to be on the defensive for a little bit. Make sure, put it wrong, of course, you know. Wanted to get an eye on the barracks and the archery range over there, so I could see what's going on and maybe see the stables, because I know he's going to build one eventually. It's because I'm just spamming archers. The AI is decent at countering, but, you know, overall it's pretty bad. Even at brutal, which is the hardest.
I will be your guide.
I'm watching a lot of Rude Devil, and I've been picking up on a lot of his strategies. I used to be kind of bad at this game, but I'm not nearly as bad as I was. Then again, I'm not great either.
These foul creatures! I will face them. The enemy is upon us! We bring swords from Lorien.
And then again, this is a 1v1, so
We bring swords from
yes, you could say
Lorien.
it's a bit easier.
Weapons ready, elves.
Also, my elves have been, like, pretty aggressive, so I think that was interesting.
Maintain your bows! Let them not rest! Let your bows sing!
So eventually they start going for my trees, and I'm terrible at microing, so...
Lorien archers, ready for battle. It's a small... This is the way! We offer bows from Lorien. Fill them with arrows! We must protect the woods. Fire! Weapons ready, elves. The shadow must be
So eventually Glorfin heals up to the point where I think I can send him in again, because I really want to level him up. At least get Blade of Kings. I think I already have it. Is he level 2 or level 3?
match their strength.
Either way, he's mounted though, and I left him like that so I can take care of the archers easier. Eventually I'll dismount him, and oh yeah, I just noticed, yeah, pick up some of that, and
We've expanded the
arrow volley. I have a pretty terrible arrow volley. Probably should have used it right now. Yeah, it probably would have been a really smart idea to use it there. I suck. Kill yourself.
I cannot hold much longer. Cut them down. Regroup. Back to the castle.
So speaking of which, now what's going on with
Follow me.
Leafy right now as of
Lorien
this
archers,
video
ready for
upload?
battle. With haste. Be quick.
Drama alert mark 2. The J-Rod. Oops. Hit my mic.
We come from Mirkwood. Building materials.
And then I'll build a well here because,
Place
you
is
know,
not fitting. The enemy
for
is
the
near.
sake of, there's lots of guys there, and that definitely helps me out. And those stupid goblins keep on aggroing my troops, so I don't really want them to attack them. I don't want them to be focusing on the goblins, especially when they're on the other side of the river. And then these knights just push right past. And I think I send some, yeah, I sent some guys with them. I think it was the Mirkwood archers, which probably wasn't a good idea in hindsight, but then again, hindsight is 2020, so. Yeah, what I should have done is sent those,
We must protect
or whatever the Lancers, Pikemen guys against them. And yeah, I do eventually do that. But the Mirkwood archers have like crazy long range, and they're obviously the best archers in the game. So I foresight here, and I see that, and I'm like, yeah, I should, but I decided to wait because I can't let judging that. I'm like, maybe I should do it there, and I'm like, no, I should probably get these Ithillien Rangers out. So I'm like, don't really care about the gunner soldiers, they suck, so I think I'm gonna try and get the Ithilliens. So I'm like, okay, let's go over to my troops real quick. Look over, and move forward. Kill like 4. That is depressing.
Settle.
Okay, now I'm finally building up a little strike team for Glorfindel, so we can go ahead and
With haste.
take out some of his resource buildings, and coming up here you'll see what I'll do.
Where should we build?
Which is pretty snazzy if I do say so
Building
myself.
materials.
So right here, I think I get him to build an Aragion Forge, but I don't
Build up
actually
this
use
land.
it.
Where should we build?
Probably should have put a battle tower
There is
somewhere
much to do.
down there. Some more resource buildings, yeah, maybe yard, etc.
Reposition.
But then again, brutal is
We must
easy,
protect
so.
the woods. Must be defended.
Attack! The shadow must be stopped.
So finally I send
The enemy has
Glorfindel
made
down
camp
here, and then I suddenly realize that there's a troll cave down
We
here,
must not delay.
so I get a little bit worried about that.
As for it's a cave troll. We must gather our strength.
So I dismount Glorfindel so I can use it to Lake Fury. And I do know some of the shortcuts, but I just never use them because I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to use the shortcuts. I've just always played it like that. I'll never learn them. So I do use them, especially for like aggressive stance and whatnot.
Move quietly. The enemy's buildings are near.
Get some of this gold real
Move
quick.
quietly. The enemy is
Let me show
upon
you.
us.
So here I find my first farm. Take a quick dab. Build some more Mirkwoods. Oh, yeah, I think I clicked on it. And so these guys are attacking, switch over to aggressive.
We come from Mirkwood. Follow me.
Move quietly.
Keep up.
Think about putting them back into the battle
Bring
stance.
down these
Oh,
walls.
oh. Okay, never mind. Oh, and then I get the Entmoot, and then I stick the Entmoot there. So while those guys are busy down there mopping up that line,
We've expanded the barracks.
probably should have went for the stables, but it turned out well anyways.
More of them.
So I took care of that.
Evil
Oh yeah,
is here.
I thought it would destroy the
Weapons of the enemy.
Nope.
Put an end to this.
And then the Rohirrim comes out and just kills all of my troops. And so the Entmoot did exactly what I thought it would be. Kill, or they came in and just all of his troops started focusing on the Ents, and obviously there's 4 of them, so it's not going to work out for well. So I have them focus on the barracks so I can try and cripple his military because the Ents already took out. So I send them to the barracks, and I noticed that I sent Glorfindel back to the base. I'm like, no, you won't back here.
Archers of Mirkwood, bring it down.
Obviously, I've got a whole army of archers, so the last part is just me trying to take out their base. But at this point, it's pretty obvious to me.
Bring down these walls.
I'll be honest though, the elves really do trump men in a few respects. But then again, when you get Mirkwoods and Silverthorns, it's all over. It's game over. So unless you've got Theowen and a butt ton of Rohirrim, and you've got flanking roots and whatnot, you know. Because usually the Mirkwoods with their range and the Silverthorns, they'll usually kill you right before you can even get to anything.
Something is
And that's pretty annoying.
more of them. Hold your positions.
I used to have a lot of mobs that I would use on this, but then I started playing more and more online stuff with friends and stuff like that, and you guys will see videos like that eventually. And then, it's just stupid fortress. I might end up just speeding up this footage, because it was just me, just kinda
We must stay
back and
alert.
forth,
This structure must fall.
sending archers and stuff like that. And eventually I'm like smart enough and I used warriors, but send them down there and I'm just trying to
Bring it down. Destroy their
get
buildings.
Glorfindel down there.
Evil is upon us.
got all the archers attack. And then see that? Look at that. Is it just me or is that like completely bullcrap? Because he spawns in Barathor as well as the builder. The builder runs away. I thought I killed him. And then as I sent those merfolk there. And so I'm starting to send more and more foot soldiers because obviously they do more damage to structures. No. So here I get Bombadil because I think if I could just take out Barathor, I would be able to easily take out the fortress, and that would be game over, but obviously the game decided otherwise.
We bring swords from Lorien.
Release the arrows! Oh, nice to meet you!
So blah blah blah, you know, I'm just here sending troops at the fortress trying to get rid of it. Put it on and call on my archers trying to get them to do a little bit more damage. And so he just spawned in Ithillien, but the front door is blocked, so if Ithillien came out the other side, eventually you'll see him, you know, and you can just see how many arrows and pelting the fortress there.
Not so fast! We must stand against them! That's the end of that. Focus your fire, elves! Hold your fire! There they are! I don't destruction must fall! Fight on, Rohan!
Watch for the enemy. Upon us. They have no place here.
Hold your positions! Let none get away!
And so here, you can see that you've got the staples going up there. And so I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And so I was really worried he was going to get some knights. So I take out the fortress finally. Take out the builder so he can't run away and go do something else. And then I'm just going all out in the staples. The game was won a long time ago. I'm surprised that we were able to do this, and I was like, oh yes, give them build right here, and there we go. That's game. Well, thank you, and goodbye.